My lungs were on fire. Pressure welling in my skull, so strong I couldn't see anymore. But I knew how they struck, how their jaws pried open as their necks reared up and away. Like cobras, their strikes are swift. So, I lunged my sword forward, blindly. At the moment, my heart jumped with electricity. My freshly cauterized knee stumps sunk into the bloody gravel as a truck-sized drake's fangs began to stab into my waist through my armor plates. I was being lifted up like a morsel of food as its rock-like tongue lashed into me, striking against me. Its jaws began to close, and the crimson light of my city ablaze in chaos soon became faint amber rays, fading as its tongue clamped me against the roof of its mouth. I wanted to breathe, but there was no air left. And then, as its fangs snapped open, and I saw my imminent demise, as its jaws would split what was left of me clean in half. At that moment, I began to accept my death. I felt another sword strike against mine from behind. It pushed it straight through the beast's muzzle. The edge of my sword was hammered forward, cracking its main skull cavity open. And it howled, and it flailed, at last ejecting me, sword and all, from its blood-spewing maw. Gouts of violet flames sparked out from its mouth as it began to choke on its own cerebral fluids, gushing down its esophagus like a fire hydrant run over by a dump truck. I gasped for air, crutching against my sword, stabbed into the sand of the playground field. As oxygen began to exist in my blood again, he stood, with his gore-caked blade, looking down on me with bitter, furious eyes. Two more of the Rhino-class drakes began to rumble their way through a nearby grove of trees. As he turned toward them, stupidly oversized sword and all, pointed toward the scattering of birds. "What are you doing, you little rat?" he said, with a tinge of gold sparkling in his auburn eyes, gleaming against the setting sun. He looked back again, and it pierced me deeper than the metallic fangs that were just bleeding out my torso. Against the encroaching commotion behind him, the sands of the playground gathered into wads of bloody mud, and other parts becoming ever flatter. The forest began to split apart as their onyx wings spread past the tree canopies. "You think you can just die on me? I'm the only one allowed to kill you, rat." And nothing. Glaring back at me, he stabs the tip of his blade through one eye socket and out the other of his would-be assailant without even looking at them. "And nobody," he howls again, tearing his sword free as he strikes it into the mouth, straight up through the palate, cleanly through the skull cavity of the other. Never breaking his volcanic hate-filled eyes away from my own, he keeps howling and screaming. Nothing. Nothing. As a crazed passion overwhelms him, black gore raining down, dripping across his face, he says, "You are mine, rat. My rat. And until I can kill you, until I am good enough to beat you, I'll protect you. Now get the hell back up. We haven't met our quota for tonight." This is a book I'm writing. Here's part of it. Thanks for listening. Appreciate you. Peace out.